Hey, hi all. So I'm back again with another Java interview question, and basically this question was being asked in many of the interviews, whether you are a fresher or whether you are an experienced guy. So this question is being asked to just to check your Java knowledge, how much you are comfortable with like solving the Java problems. Basically, the question is being asked in many ways. Like sometimes they ask like whether you are able to capable of checking the given number it is a prime number or not, or sometimes they ask like you need to find the prime numbers like between 1 to 100. And the third variety of question they can ask like you need to find the prime numbers between 1 up to n, and n they will be passing like between 1 to 150, 1 to 100, or 1 to 200. So basically n will be user will be given, and you need to pass the like user will pass the n, and you need to find the prime numbers between those 1 to n. So there are three types of variety of questions can be asked in between the prime numbers for the prime number problem. And out of one I am taking up, but other like you can easily take up, like you can easily check the generic logic I will be writing. So you can take the logic like how we can test a given number is a prime number, or for checking the prime numbers between 1 to n. So you can just take the input from scanner from the user side, and you can just pass like in the loop that what from 1 it will check up to n time. And as of now, like I've taken between 1 to 100. So the how do you like, basically first thing is what are prime numbers. So basically prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1, or the otherwise they are divisible by itself. And rather than that, if they are divisible by any of other digits, so they are not the prime numbers. For example, 2 is a prime number, like 2 is divisible by itself and 2 is divisible by 1 also, so that's why it is a prime numbers. And apart from this, like if you say other even numbers, so even numbers are rather than a 2, those are not prime numbers, because 4 is divisible by 2 also, 4 is divisible by 4 also, and 4 is divisible by 1 also. So that's why it is divisible by 3 digits, so it is not a prime number. A prime number should be divisible by 2 digits only, either it's itself or either it should be divisible by 1 only. So like 0 is also not a prime number. And so the prime numbers will be followed as 2, 3, 5, 7. So basically mostly odd numbers are will be covering it. So the logic which will be writing for covering the prime numbers, like what are the prime numbers between 1 to 100. So how we do it, right? Like if you follow the old logic, so we test it, or like we will be checking from 2 up to n times. Like n will be the prime number digit, like suppose 3 is there, so from 2 it will check up to 3. So that is the was the old logic. But now, like if you if you try to optimize this existing code, so how we can optimize it? We can optimize it that we can check the prime numbers up to square root of that particular prime number. So it will reduce the number of checks, like it will reduce every time, like we are checking the division from I, so that we will be reducing it, and we will be reducing up to square root of that particular number. So for example, let me explain. Suppose if you are checking the 97 is prime number or not, so your old method will be that you will loop it from 2 to 96 times. Like I'm just checking for given a number 97, it is a prime number or not, just so for that one loop will be required. So we'll be checking from 2 to 96. So it will checks around 95 times, it will divide it, because from 2 it will till less than 96 to 95 checks will be there. And improved matter performance wise, like we need to take care of the memory also. Sometimes interviewer can ask like we need to take care of memory also, or how we can reduce these number of checks. So for that we can checks from 2 to root of 97 basically. So it will square root of 97 will be around 9.8. So only up to 9 or only 8 checks will be there, because 2 also we are taking, so up to only 8 checks will be there. It will be doing. In a general, for a large n, original O of n time complexity checks it do, but improved will be O of square root of n checks. So square root of n is less than n. Okay, so for big number, square root of n is much smaller than n, as I said. And for n, 10 ki power 6 and original is, but for improved one it will be 1000 checks only. So what we are saying is that if we are checking up to square root of a number, that so it will reduce the number of checks, or it will reduce the number of divisions every time. So which will like return it which in return it will reduce the memory, like how much memory it is taking. So let me start the problem. So for checking the prime number between 1 to 100, we will take one function, static function, and it will be boolean type, and suppose is prime. And before that, like if you haven't liked, share and subscribe my channel, please like, share and subscribe my channel so that I can make more videos like this. And for this, like what we'll be doing it, we will be taking one loop for int I equals 2, and it will be checking up from 2, not 2, we will be checking from odd numbers. Basically we will be checking, I will be telling you like how we can test or how we can take care of even numbers. And it will be equal to math dot square root of particular n, and I equals to, or I plus equals to 2. Basically we are covering only the odd numbers here. For even numbers, what we'll be doing, I will be telling you, if anyhow like n modulus I equals 0, if any other digit is divisible or dividing the prime number, so we will be just returning here only false. Okay, otherwise at the end we will be returning true here. Okay, and before that, like if n is equal to, that is the case, so we are returning true here, as 2 is a prime number. Okay, okay, and if n modulus 2 equals 0, if it is a even number, so here only we are just returning false. We are not going inside the this loop. For even numbers it will return directly false here. So that's it. Let me call this function. And for calling, like we will be requiring one more loop, which will be starting from I equals to 2, I less than, we are basically checking up to 100 number, I plus plus, and if is prime is there, if it is returned true, so I am just passing this I in here, basically to return the true or false. If it is true, so it will go inside the if condition, and it will just print the prime number. And we are adding the here space also. Okay, so that other prime numbers is having the space of one after another. So let me run this program, then after that one more time we will try to explain this. So here 2 is a prime number, then 3 is a prime number, 5, 7, 11 is a prime number, 8 is not a prime number, 9 is also not a prime number because 9 is divisible by 3 also, and 9 is divisible by 9 itself and 1 also. So the 3 digits are making divide than 9, so that's why 9 is not a prime number. 11 is a prime number, 13 is a prime number, then 15 again is not a prime number because it is divisible by 5, 3, so that's why 17, 19, so till 100 it is 97 prime numbers are there. 97 is the last digit prime number. So basically what we have done, we have declared one for loop for taking the prime numbers from starting from 2, as 1 is not a prime number, and 2 up to 100 we are, and each time we are passing one by one each digit in this is prime function, that is a static function, and it will be called directly. And if it is returning true, so we are just printing this, it is going inside the if block and printing the particular prime number digit. That is the main logic. And if you go here, we have declared one static boolean method of is prime, and here we have taken the input from that particular loop, we are passing each and every digit, and if it is n, suppose if it is passed, then we are checking if n equals to 2 for the initial time, so it is a prime number, so we are returning true. But if it is any other even number apart from 2, then we are returning false, because even numbers apart from 2 is not a prime number. Then initially we are checking the loop from I equals to 3 and up to math dot square root of n equals to we have kept, because till like 9 checks will be there, and if we are including from 3, so it will be 8 checks total. And every time we are incrementing the I equals to I plus 2, so that's why it is taking the odd number only. And if n modulus I equals 0, so we are returning false, because if that prime number is divisible by any other digits apart from itself and 1, so it is not a prime number, and here only we are returning false, and then at the end we are returning true. So that's it, and it is less number of checks it has been taking. That's it. Please like, share and subscribe.